in E Jadida, about 2 hours up the road from north, that means in non-Cockney, 2 hours north of Safi. Nice journey, very hot, there's more record-breaking weather on the way, so hopefully we don't get any more dust storms today, because the one yesterday was a doozy. I never felt anything like that in my life. But anyway, that was yesterday's story. So I'm on the way to the hotel. Yeah, so what do I expect here? Well, it's a beach town. There's a lot of Portuguese influence here as well, forts and ruins and remnants of a bygone era, and obviously everything else that Morocco's got as well, so looking forward to it. I'm trying to keep my fingers off the lens. My shoes. So yeah, we're on our way to the hotel in E Jadida. This one is a little bit different from the last one. Bit of air conditioning, a bit more comfort. The bed in the last place was really tough. This is called Hotel La Place in E Jadida. So I think there's a covered market down there. You've got the ocean in the distance. I think this was about 50 US or not, 50 US, 50 AUD. Oh my god, there's a good breeze. Got a theatre there. And I'm looking forward to having a swim. It's got to be said. Can't hold back any longer. So yeah, nice little gaff. Bit of a fridge. Got my own bathroom and shower and stuff. Oh, it's all turned out good, isn't it, eh? Yeah, anyway. So, time to get on with it, I guess. On the 6th floor of Hotel La Place. Lovely cool breeze. Apparently it's high tide in a couple of hours, so I'm going to go and get some shopping and then get on with it and have a swim. Wow, what a gorgeous place. Very nice. Nice cafe and a good breakfast here apparently. Good for early morning roaming. Starts at 7, which is perfect. Nice ocean vibe. Beautiful sunlight. Beautiful beachside town. It's my favourite bank over there. Host Morocco. The Afifi Theatre. And just up here we have the ocean. Let's go and have a look. Walk on, maybe we can walk along that edge there, yeah. Lots of people walking on the rocks. Looking good. And they've got McDonald's here. Oh my god. Man oh man, that looks beautiful. Good place for a swim. Wow, it's busy as well. All manner of people. It's like a beach in Spain, isn't it? Lovely sand. Oh yeah, high tide's coming. Right, let's get to the shops. Get some supplies and then get back to the beach, I think. So we got the plage over there, and this just across there with the beautiful sculptures is the Mohammed V Park. Columns, walkways, looks like an old convent. I reckon that is a piece of Portuguese history. Right there, that definitely looks like a convent or one of those old chapel type buildings. I feel a little bit, not flat, I guess I'm super relaxed because I'm here, you know. The next vlog's underway, the other one's been uploaded, and life is good. I'm travelling, I'm living my dream. Yeah, that's what it is. But a good sleep does help. The bed in the last place was a bit lumpy, and the bed in the new hotel, Hotel La Place, is like soft, fragrant pillows and really, really nice. So I really had to force myself to go out. Now we're out, and this is back to the bus station. Literally, I've got to walk up past the bus station to where the big shops are, the shops that sell my favourite goodies. Yeah, so if you're coming to E Jadida by bus, that is it, the Gare Routiers de Voyages. Over there. Looks a bit run down, bit of a mess, but it's functional. And that is all important, functionality. Wow, how colourful. All manner of burgers. G'day. I'll go supermarché first. It's good looking stuff, mate. No, never. Sizzling and bubbling. I think they're winding me up, aren't they? Of course you can film, it's a free world, isn't it? What am I going to do? Capture their souls? Oh, I can see a bread stall. Looking good. Everything is in one place, so it's pretty perfect really. Label V with all the posh fancy shops in there. Got some stuff that I didn't want to get at the markets, and a tasty bit of grub for dinner. Used to eat those. Grilled sardines, fresh. All those delicious oils. I was tempted the other day to have some tuna, but I thought, no, come on mate, you'll be right. Plenty of vegetarian food in the world. An apartment here. 540,000, 2,300,000. 440,000. 7,000. I guess these are rentals. I don't know whether they're rentals or who knows. I think it's for the summer. Maybe you rent for the summer. Who knows? If you're interested in that kind of thing though, here it was. The prices to live in somewhere like E Jadida. All you've got to do is decipher the French. Découvrir. It looks like a lot of people on holiday here, chilling out. So, great place, loving it. So, well, I'm claiming that it's got Portuguese style from the old times. I love these Araucaria pines. You see a lot of these in Australia. Nice pine trees. In fact, these date palms are really impressive, and they look so healthy. Gorgeous sculptural assets for the community. We're in the Atlantic Ocean. I don't think there's any visibility here. Seems to be a lot of stuff floating around, but that's probably because we're near the port. But it's what everyone else is doing, so I'm down for it. The beach is absolutely mobbed. Absolutely millions of people here. Well, you know, not millions, but a lot of people. So it's wonderful to see. And it feels nice and cold. Nice and refreshing. So it's been a long time in Morocco, a long time without a swim. So this is what we're doing. I keep making sure the GoPro's working properly for when I go to some wicked snorkeling locations. So, yeah, definitely a beach destination. Just do a quick clarity test. We'll see how that worked out later. Yeah, that's about all the facts I can give you. Oh, there is another fact. I was reading up about El Jadida and, like, you know, why is there El Jadida? Is there like Medinas here and all that? So apparently the whole city was built by the Portuguese, and originally they called it Mazagan. So yeah, there's a few references to that word around, but yeah, that's all I've uncovered at the moment. I mean, I don't want to learn everything on the first day, do I? You know what I mean? But yeah, it's just, I think as it's evolved over time, it's got the best of both worlds. It says it's, you know, a Mediterranean flavour, and it's also listed on the UNESCO World Heritage list. So yeah, and there's a few places which I'm going to be seeing over the next couple of days. Apparently there's an old lighthouse and a red fort, and, you know, the various coastal viewpoints either side. So it'll yeah, it'll slowly unfold. Just thought I'd have a look at the flycatchers. Flycatchers are out and about by the thousands, buzzing around. People are going out for dinner. People are going for a stroll on the beach. People are bibbing their horns because they're not getting to where they want to go quick enough. And the whole place smells of grilled chicken and sardines. Really decent. Been a great afternoon. Enjoyed having a swim. Feeling really relaxed in El Jadida. Wow, there's so many swallows here. Swifts and swallows. So quick. I like the stealth bombers of the bird world. A few flaps of the wings, and it's glide, glide, glide. They turn so quick. I don't even know how they can see what they're looking at. Mind you, I'm not a bird, am I? All manner of people out and about. So we want it, isn't it? Plenty of energy. So many pizza shops. Pizza and shawarma. Shawarma. Hugely popular. Oh God, I thought this place was going to be actually be quieter than Safi. This place is like well busy. It's amazing. And of course it's that time of night, and it's Saturday night as well. You know what I mean? Everybody's out and about. Oh my God, there's some big walls in the distance. God, is that a medina? Oh, I think yeah, that might be the old Arabic part of town. Oh, a bit of research is needed. How excited. The cannons is the city Portuguese. That's what it says on the map. So maybe there's an old medina in there, but we'll go and have a look anyway. Try not to get run over. City Portuguese. And they're actually sloped back. Sloped walls. So that's new. Well, according to this, it was built in the 15th century, the Mazagan. 1502, decided to occupy it. Constructed in 1514, beginning in 1514, so it's ancient. The old city, Portuguese theatre. Gorgeous. None of these roads are mapped in here, so I might stick to the straight path. Oh look, and there's the old lighthouse. Cool as. Sounded like a dog was being murdered all night, but anyway. Here you have sunrise over the Atlantic. Rather nice. Rather splendid. Had a fairly decent sleep. This place here kicks off until 12 o'clock. Absolutely, like trumpets and bugles and Arabic music and all that. I mean, it was really good to hear. It's just I was tired, but I had enough sleep to help me feel refreshed. Just had a good breakfast in the motel. Now it's time to get back out amongst it and have a walk around the corniche and follow the coastal path round, and then head back in and see some sights. I really mean that. It was like really surprising. This place is just wonderful. So much energy. Like if you want to come to a coastal town, wow. I'm sure this is like a top place for as a tourist destination for beach activities and all that type of stuff. So really great. And the fishing authority, and across the river there, the other side to where those boats are, we have the Portuguese fortress. I noticed in a few comments on TikTok that people have understandable difficulty, you know, when you talk about the colonial past of a country, but it's kind of really why I'm here. So it's kind of a good thing for notoriety, you know, and to get people to come here. But then it's obviously, well, you know, it's not all ours, etc, etc, but they're making it theirs now. So I think it's a work in progress for everybody, isn't it? And it certainly is for me. I like understanding how people feel about colonial history. I mean, coming from England, one of the biggest colonising nations, it's the way it is. But years on, if you go to a country like India, then they understand what good it did. You know, they've got the railways and the post system and, you know, various systems of governments and stuff. So, governance rather. So, it's complex, but it's simple as well. Leave it alone and let time do its work. You just have to keep moving forward. I kind of understand though why Moroccans don't let anything rest, because maybe in the past they didn't do enough to stop colonising influence, but now they are very, very passionate, and I think that's what counts, you know. Wow, this fish is so fresh. Half of it looks like it's still alive. Beautiful tuna species. So this is obviously a major part of the economy here, as fish is on this coast. You walk along overnight, you can smell this cooking. Oh my god, look at those tuna. It's beautiful. And the omnipresent sardines. So easy to cook. Poor little buggers. Beautiful Moroccan food. Bonjour, sir. Well, langoustines and a fishing bird. So yeah, I don't mind feeling uncomfortable. I don't mind feeling uncomfortable kind of wrestling with some of these dilemmas of history. Well, ultimately we have to move on. Like a lot of people saying, oh, you know, that they want their Spanish enclaves back. The Moroccan people want it back, and you know, it's part of their culture and stuff. But unfortunately, things are a little bit more difficult than that, aren't it? It's a whole range of things to consider, including the lives of the people who actually live there now. But there is the Portuguese fort. I'm going to go around and walk along that arm there, see what the views are like back of the beach. So anyway, in diplomatic terms, here you have it. Within the framework of the 1972 International Convention of the yada yada yada. So basically, it is an outstanding example of the cultural exchanges and interactions between the cultures of Europe and Morocco. Thus it is on the World Heritage List, which is a fantastic thing. Good old UNESCO. They helped keep it around for a long, long time. Beautiful E Jadida. Low tide at the moment. It's the port. The fish shop where I was a minute ago over there. Awesome looking place. And a huge beach. It goes on and on and on. Bit of sea mist. Seagull. Rubber ring boat. Seen a few of those in Morocco. Big money if you get a big fish here though, I guess. Straight to the hotels. Well, this about encapsulates everything that's beautiful about this place. Portuguese history, fishing port, and fantastic beaches. These are way more rocky and less sand, so that's why the other area is so popular. Nice stretch of coast though. Lots of apartments, but not so modern. Oh, these ones are obviously. No one seems to know much about the building. It's locked up. There's no admission, you know, etc, etc. The gardens look a bit maintained, and that's about all anyone seems to know. But it doesn't look new, or has it been rendered over in the past? Oh God, what a good guest house that would make. How interesting. Beautiful steps in a state of disrepair. Got some cats in there. Hello. Oh yeah, that is the Red Fort in all its glory. Kind of in the middle of nowhere. The Red Fort, another mystery, an enigma. And then this sort of ancient structure. So maybe the Red Fort was kind of old worldy once, and then they converted it into sort of a more modernist piece. But these houses look like they're built with stones from God knows where. Modern lookout post. And there's like a walled area down there, maybe where they used to trap the fish at low tide. Like a man-made saltwater lagoon. Fish get stuck, tide goes out. Gosh, the red theme, I mean the back of the Moroccan flag is red, so maybe there's some sort of contextual similarity or some reason for them being red. Nice though, nice colours. To harvest something, and I thought at first, well, it's probably shellfish, but then there's all this seaweed everywhere, so I'm guessing people go out to harvest shellfish, or maybe... Hello! Hello! Hello. Yeah. So I haven't seen seafish sold, I haven't seen seaweed sold here, but I know they put it in a lot of different products, so that's probably what it is. And that looks like just the area where you get good seaweed at low tide, or algae, you know, whatever they call it, sea algae, kelp. And maybe here they're drying it. They wouldn't dry it on the dirt, would they? Oh well, seaweed idea is still a work in progress. Suburb. Region, district, I think they call it here, don't they? It's a district. There it is, pristine condition, freshly painted. How beautiful is that? And it seems like a long way from the ocean, but of course it's away from the base of the ocean for safety reasons. But that is a beautiful big structure. On the reviews I read on Google Maps, they're saying, oh, it's in the middle of a slum and all that. These are pretty decent little houses. They get to see people like me walking around here, frequent their shops, and buy their water. Whoa! Whoa! That's a scary big pit bull. Thank fuck that is on a chain, otherwise I'll be in for the fight of my life. I'm up for it though. Fuck it. Poke his fucking eyes out. Scary though. I have to find a weapon. Yep. Blocks, rocks. Dog crushing blocks. Man, that is nice. Incredible diversity of pieces. Lots of designs. And I don't think he puts it out every day. I think he's probably there sleeping all night, keeping guard on it. That was amazing. When we was in the ceramics museum the other day, you see some of these patterns reflected, more floral elements. Beautiful. Still walking along, half hoping I'm going to find that perfect pair of shorts, but I don't think a perfect pair of shorts exists, does it? Anyway, loop around to the lighthouse and then back down through the souk. I'm going to have a quick look at the Portuguese fire. I've got 2% battery. I think it's time to head back. 11:05, boiling up, sweating to death. Head back and rest, head out later. Good roaming, mate. Thought I'd change the battery and just get on with it. So that's the area where we walked earlier on. It's called the Moon, the E Jadida. I'm not sure why that is. Maybe it's a nice place to see the moon and the moonrise and the sunset and stuff. You've got a different view of the port and then a different view of the Portuguese escarpment up here. There's a few cannons up there. I'm going to walk over there in a minute. Hotel restaurant L'Iglesia. A view inside the fort area. The old gate down there, which is absolutely terrific. I can imagine the boats coming in, you know, years ago. Safety from the sea. And we've got the walkway up here. God, someone just gave me a sugary samosa, and whew, I don't often eat like sort of that much sugar, but whoa, you're giving me such a buzz. So I think that's why I'm out here walking it off. And I noticed there is a few skins around drying out, so maybe they're left over from the Eid holidays when people sacrifice animals. But man, this fort is a fantastic structure. And it's obviously the people, the locals really enjoy it. I mean, the people, everyone's out swimming and oh, it's great. It's a long way from the ocean. I guess when they built it, they knew what they were doing, but some lovely old cannons up here. Absolutely incredible that these are the real things they would have used in the past. Rough forged. And this is a free attraction as well, to come here and have a walk around. It doesn't cost anything, which is a wonderful thing. On three sides and then the ocean on the other side to strengthen its defensive position, but this is the only moat which is left, or the only side of the moat which is now used to repair fishing boats. But it was connected to land by two drawbridges for bringing in people and various, or whatever they wanted to bring in, herds of oxen. One of them is called the ox entrance, so that's what they did. Don't jump. A view of the beaches. And the fishing pool. It would have been a strong position, that's for sure. Absolutely awesome. And that is the tour of the fort for today. Well worth a visit, according to Noggin's Roads. Chilling out, doing a bit of research, just come down to the beach. How busy is it? It's absolutely mobbed. Thousands of people, thousands of umbrellas. High tide, everyone having a good time. Awesome. Never thought I'd see a beach like this in Morocco. I don't know why, but just incredible. A real centre for fun and frivolity. Awesome. I'm going to go for a walk. Maybe get a bottle of wine, chill out, and drink some wine. And it's not the first one I've seen, but there's a pro-Palestinian rally down in the square there in front of the theatre, raising awareness for the cause of the Palestinians. I've only had one person say to me in passing as I've been walking along, Israel no good, Arabs good. And I thought, well, you know, I don't have any bias against anyone's kind of thing. So for me, it's just, I just would want peace for everyone. You know, I think of the children and etc. and you know, freedom for all. But that's freedom of expression for you. It's very important. And just to say, we're not insulated from the whole world here. You know, I can see lots of police vehicles down there, and there's very vocal, very passionate kind of flag waving experience that's going on. It's another day in E Jadida, and we're on our way to a town called Azzemour, and we're in a grand taxi, which is a shared taxi. I was going to get a bus, but it seems a lot easier to do it this way. 10 dirhams, a couple of bucks, so off we go. Just met a nice guy at the front there, Imid. Off we go to Azzemour. Nice breeze. Azzemour, or Azzemour, is a Moroccan city lying on the left bank of the Oum Er-Riba River on the Atlantic Ocean. So apparently there's a really nice medina here, and there's a river and a fancy bridge that goes over the river. So just gonna have a look around, check everything out, see what's going on, and yeah, see what we can experience here in Azzemour. Good looking little city. Good looking little city. The stuff I come out with, crazy, isn't it? But you know, I want to try and get some pecan nuts. That's one of my quests for today. Pecan nut hunting. Been reading up about the various properties of nuts, and pecan nuts are high up on the list of nutrition. Municipal bus station, and then a 10-minute walk down the road, yeah, you've got the Medina, which looks wonderful and more typical of the old style. Oh, I was reading up about why they paint the walls red. Apparently the colour red mimics the iron oxide in the mud which they used to build the walls with traditionally, and so they paint the walls the colour red because it does symbolise a Moroccan flag. The Moroccan flag is the red background, symbolises blood and unity of the ancestors. So these things are all tied in together. And apparently as well, the colour red handles the sun really well. So that is what I've learnt so far about the colour red and the painting of the walls. Oh, there's lots of nests in them walls for sure. Let's go down and see this river. So apparently there's a Jewish quarter here which is down by the river, so I'm headed that way first and then I'm going to come back and have a look through this medina. It's not mapped very well, so I'll probably get horribly lost, but it's travel, isn't it? You know what I mean? It's roaming, that's what it is. Roaming without borders. It's that historical background, but I might do a bit more research as we go along. That is a really interesting structure there, the little turrets and stuff. It's obviously been heavily repaired because you can't see much of the original stonework, but the way the courses of bricks are laid looks different. That's my archaeological knowledge, isn't it? But yeah. Oh, and more red buildings, as we were just talking about. Iron oxide, sun handling, represents blood, and a bit of driving problems here, him and his missus. Nice. So basically I'm just skirting around the far end of the Medina walls, which should take me down to the river. I'm dying to see the river. I think it will probably be dry. Is the river dry? No, it ain't. It is a massive river which flows down into the ocean out that way. God, blimey, biggest river I've seen. It's probably brackish salt water, isn't it? Because it's so close, but that is a huge river. Gorgeous countryside all around it. We passed a few like burnt out forests on the way here. There's a lot of work going on. There was like a big exposition park and factories, etc. So yeah, Azzemour, misty Azzemour, and the Medina. Let's go and have a look. Oh. And there's a lovely boardwalk which runs all the way along there to the Mohammed V bridge, and this is the memorial for the resistance, for the freeing of the town, and got some really nice artwork on the walls over there. That is a really beautiful, nice place to visit. I'm surprised. I'm so glad I made the effort. Cost me 10 dirhams. Oh, help me, like and subscribe please. I can't afford it. No, it's all good, but you know, but do like and subscribe if you're enjoying my little travel vlog. It does help, makes me feel good. Hey, as with all historical places, don't want to talk too loud. It's got a few exhibits, lots of pictures of the people who fought for independence and resisted the colonial powers. Obi-Wan Kenobi. Things commemorate the participation of Moroccan soldiers in the First and Second World Wars. This lovely cool breeze coming off the river. Different to a sea breeze. It's like really, it hasn't got the moisture. It's really lovely. So I want to look in the Medina, but I also want to walk along the river. Well, this is something which is marked on Google Maps. The Rabbi Abren Moulis. I guess it's a little synagogue, or that's where the rabbi lived, or that's where he does live. I'm not sure, but there's not too much information about it. Well, let's have a look. Go down and see if I can see the way down and what's going on, mate. I thought there was bits of coral in there, but it's just where the stone has been weathered. This is a nice place to come and visit. You can go out on boat trips along the river. Maybe they take you to the other side. Yeah, probably 5 dirhams for a ferry, 50 dirhams for an excursion. And then you've got all these beautiful sort of walls and ramparts to look at. The town of Azzemour. Rather splendid. It's not exactly Oxford and Cambridge, and thank God for that. A little bit of a look at the Medina here. See what it's about. I don't know whether there'll be shops and stuff here. Is it just a place where people live? Who knows? It's a small door. This way, I reckon. Graffiti, obviously. A lot of these artworks take a long time to do, so rather than the traditional white walls or blue walls, they've chosen to express themselves and visions of the future, visions of resistance. That is really interesting. It looks like a test screen on a TV. Very weird. Hello. Let's get out of the cat poo. It's the biggest litter tray I've ever seen. Roaming. Oh, I wonder how much these houses are. There's a few hotels in there, a few little shops. It's a beautiful place. Azzemour, which goes across to the sister town on the other side. It's a nice, cool place to come and have a rest for a minute and take it all in. Very nice little town. There's some lovely hotels in there. There's one called Hotel de Ramparts. Looks very swish, very modern. Lots of farmland, lots of other bridges over there. Looks like a railway bridge and another vehicular bridge. I think this is one of the oldest ones. How nice, Azzemour. Moroccan countryside. And these birds I was talking about, I've been looking at since I've been here. Apparently they're called pallid swifts, one of the most common species in Morocco. Saw lots of fish life in the river, lots of fish jumping out and stuff, so yeah, it's really lovely. Canaries. Hello. Hello. Assalamu alaikum. Assalamu alaikum. Hear the doves as well. It's kind of a souk market here. It's nowhere near as busy as E Jadida obviously, but just here checking it all out. Will I find a pair of shorts? Who knows? Possibly. Could be just the place. Random shorts. Who knows? But look at that beautiful old mosque. Beautiful minaret. Back streets of Azzemour. All manner of stuff. Porcupine quills. dried skinks, herbs, spices, tea, little pelts, boar's head, leopard, buzzard. It's amazing. I've never seen anything like that before. Top of the fork, and I head back down the other side. Undergoing some renovations. It's an ongoing process in the Medina, isn't it? Fix one wall up, maybe the other one falls down. Who knows? I think I'm going to slowly work my way back to the bus stop and catch a taxi or a bus and then go back to E Jadida. It's been a very interesting little outing though. Up here on the left is the bus station or the taxi station. Whatever we're lucky enough to get. Oh, some good looking bread. Oh, could be another sandwich later. God, I bought some hot chilies yesterday at Carrefour. I'm not used to that spice level. 8 weeks without my normal chili sauce. Well, man, they give me a good kick, you know. Beautiful though, delicious. I like long green and red chilies. I thought they were going to be sweet, but they really had some kick to them. So as you can see, this place is full of tourists. Maybe Moroccan tourists. Because I'm a traveller, see? Whatever. And basically the fares are set, so it's 10 dirhams each way to E Jadida. When the taxi's full, you go. Simple as that. A lot of places I've been to in Morocco, they gather on the corniches by the ocean or wherever it's called, and they have these massive amounts. Sorry bro, I got no dough. And they've got these massive amounts of like remote controlled cars and stuff. You can see people bringing them down here in the early afternoon. And yeah, so basically people come down here with their families and they ride around on scooters and stuff. Little quad bikes, motorbikes. This is a perfect area for it because it's flat as a pancake. Markets, got the fish restaurants open. It's a happening scene, but much quieter than the weekend. It is a Tuesday today, so yeah, much quieter. He's having a ride. One of those things sort of peculiar to Morocco. All having a good feed, loads of kittens chowing down on the fish. Ah, bless them. When I first arrived, nearly up in the low 40s, and now it's like kind of 25, down to about 22 overnight, and cooler still tomorrow during the day, so it's much more pleasant. Beautiful view of the fort. High tide, people swimming, enjoying themselves, fishermen out, some nice little waves rolling in. Top spot. Very nice. Chasing the sardines, no doubt. I think that's about it for today. Bit of a walk along the beach tomorrow, and then I think that about wraps up the roaming for E Jadida. Be a cruisy day. UNESCO class heritage site, eh? Thumbs up to that. Big up, El. Just enjoyed a fantastic breakfast. We're walking north, or is it south? I don't know. We're walking away from the Portuguese fort and to a suburb I was recommended, which is up the other side of the sea wall there, called Sidi Bouez. Someone said, oh, it's really cool there, so I'm gonna go and have a look. Hello. Yeah. And I thought there was a load of boat masts over there, but now I'm closer I can see that they're just street lamp posts on a bend. So maybe there's not a marina. Oh well. But they were indeed collecting seaweed, and then they bring it in, and I'm guessing kind of compost it under these plastic sheets and mats. I mean, it's a bit stinky, but I mean, it would be great fertilizer or feed for the animals because it's high in nutrients and minerals and that type of stuff. So there'd be a range of uses for it, or if they can process it and wash it and then use it in cooking. So yeah, that's what's going on. And there is a pile of it just there. Seaweed harvesting in Morocco. E Jadida Corniche, you know, like the seafront area. Looks like, I bet this will all be apartments in a couple of years. There's some lovely hotels back here, and what I really wanted to show you is this little fairground full of amusements and stuff. Pay du jour, pay to play. How cool is that? Sort of got dodgems, sort of not Ferris wheels, what do they call them, like roundabout things and all that kind of stuff. So very nice for the kids, and that looks like it's a permanent setup as well. Lovely beach area, really rocky, but the area we're going to, or is what is my goal today, is around the headland up here, which is Sidi Bouaz Beach, which looks like it's got kind of sand dunes, and yeah, like all the reviews say, oh, it's beautiful, you know, so that's where we're headed. But as you move away from the old Portuguese fort, definite different style of living accommodation, fancy restaurants, sky bars, that kind of thing. Lovely area, lovely cool breeze coming off the ocean. Runs from July to September in E Jadida. The most favourable type of seaweed is the red seaweed, and it is used after processed in the production of agar, which is, I mean, it's got hundreds of uses as far as I know. It's made everything from like vegan ice cream to cosmetics and a whole range of stuff. It's like what is it, a thickening agent? Yeah, that's what it is. Anyway, you can look up what agar is, otherwise it will go on and on and on, won't it? But yeah, that's what it is. The red seaweed, that's what they're after, and apparently the industry is fully sustainable and it supports thousands and thousands of people, so good to know. Go to Moroccans. Version of gelatin. So yeah, if you want jelly made with a vegetable product, then you're probably getting agar. Some people actually go out and dive for it. There's loads of guys here with their rubber rings and stuff, and they've got weight belts and a whole range of stuff, so I guess they're going out diving for it if this is the season. Yeah, gas tanks. Oh, good access point. It looks like they've got lobster pots here as well. Maybe it's a whole range of fishing. A day out on the rubber rings. Wow. Very enterprising business. Lots of lovely beachfront houses along here. Just stopped off for a bottle of water. Gorgeous looking place. Wow. Bit of garbage everywhere as normal, but you know, could have washed up from anywhere. Might walk along here a bit and then yeah, the beginning of the suburb, and a massive amount of people collecting seaweed here. And may they all earn plenty of dirhams. So Sidi Bouaz Beach is up around the corner here. I'm going to go that far and then turn back, or maybe not, you know. So we're talking about on the reviews the view from up the top there, and on the central plage or beach districts here, they always have these coloured flags. So yeah, this is definitely it. That is a gorgeous stretch of sand. And nowhere near as busy as E Jadida, obviously. It's a little bit more out of the way. Top marks. And I didn't bring me cosy. Can't go in my shirt, eh? Anyway, it's a lovely cool breeze. Well worth the walk. That is a top class beach. They've got a few lifeguard towers as well. It looks like there's no one in them at the moment. Apparently that's only during the season, or maybe at this time of year only during the weekends. Who knows? And now I know that's not a marina in the distance, that's just a bendy road with lots of light posts that look condensed. Yes. Awesome. Oh, I'm going to go and find a bus. Nice beach. Loving it, mate. Just walked along from the beach. There's the house to shop ratio is very high, so I'm guessing the land is very expensive, and all the houses look like, you know, high quality finishes and technology, cameras, people working on their houses. So yeah, gorgeous little suburb. Nice place to have an apartment if you don't want to be too near town, if you've got a vehicle, that sort of thing. And fantastic breeze back there as well. 4 dirhams in the town. Bonus, saved me an hour. Here's the bus terminus. That was actually the number 17 to Sidi Bouzid. I thought it was the number 14 when I got on. But over there you've got like the grand taxi stand as well. So the terminus de bus. If you want to catch a local bus and sort out where the routes are going, that's where you come. And considering that was a good little walk this morning, and I'm going to go back and chill out for the rest of the day, you know, because I've got an early train ride in the morning. So I'm going to go back, get some food, relax and take it easy. I looked on my app on my phone, on my Android phone. I averaged for the past 2 months over 500,000 steps a month. So you have to tailor into that some downtimes during the day. Because my bones are old, you know what I mean? Or you know the way it is. But anyway, so yeah, time to have a rest. So on that note, I'm going to end this vlog, this great place of E Jadida. Really enjoyed it here. It's yeah, there's a lot going on. It's got a great buzz because it's an oceanside town, a seaside town. People come here to swim and relax and take it easy, and I've really felt that vibe. So good on you, E Jadida. Peace and love, everyone. I'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.